Hi, this is a check-in video for week 7 for IT 111. Most of you are doing pretty good. Some of you are kind of falling off, so let me know. I will go over past assignments on Zybooks fairly, at least once a week, looking for people that have done things that didn't get recorded in the reports. As I've said before, the reports do not show up anybody. They don't show me anybody that turned it in after the due date, but it does record what you did, so I can go back and look and see what you did, and I'll try to keep it up. If I've made any big mistakes, let me know. It's possible that I missed something. It's also possible that I misrecorded a grade, so let me know. I want to show you a little bit about loops, and I have a video. I'm going to make this, but I wanted to show you. I've put the code that I intend to do in pages, code from the video. So I'm going to go to Python. I'm going to start a new file. And I'm going to name it. So first I have to go find my Python documents. Python files. There they are. And then I'm going to name it, I don't know, loop examples. It'll be a little bit more than that. I'm going to, so let me just do a quick comment here. This isn't in the code sample, but this program will take in any number, I'm going to break the line, of grades, and it will return an average. An average grade and grades and a list of grades above average and below. It uses while and for and if statements. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to do a def main, right? And this is where we'll start. I'm going to give an instruction, which is, so I'm going to say print enter grades, use -1 to exit. Or let's just say to end. Okay. And I'm going to do a couple of things here. I'm going to set up some variables. So I'm going to say that grade equals 0. That's where we're going to start. I'm going to create a list called grades, and it'll be an empty list at this point. I think that's all I need right now. We might we'll add a couple of variables later. So I'm going to say while grade is greater than -1. So you could actually probably put anything minus anything and it would go in there. So I'm going to do an input. I'm going to say grade is equal to, and we'll make it a float, although it could be integer. And we'll give it a prompt or an input. Enter grade. Okay, I'm going to do an if statement here because we don't want to enter the -1 into the list. So I'm going to say if grade. I could say not equal to, but let's do greater than -1. So and notice the colons on this, and notice the further indentation. If the grade is greater than -1, and I have to get rid of that dot, what we want to do is to grades, which is the list, append grade. Okay, so we'll add the grades while it's -1. Okay, and if it's -1, then it will stop the loop. Okay, so I'm going to come out here, and I'm going to get the average. So I'm going to say average grade, let's do a capital G, equals sum grades divided by length grades. So that'll give us the average grade. It's using some things from lists, so we're getting things from a lot of different assignments. We've got our assignment of variables, we've got our list, we've got a while, we've got an if. We're going to do a for now, and I'm going to say for G in grades. So basically what it'll do is it'll loop through grades. And then I'm going to do an if statement in here. If G is greater than average grade. Okay, so that's the condition. And then if that's true, then we're going to, I need to do a couple of other things up here. I need to initialize my other lists. So I'm going to do, say, above average is a list. This is, again, maybe a little different than what's in the code, but the code page. Below average equals an empty list. And we actually probably need to deal with average as an empty list. Okay, so I've declared my lists. You need them declared ahead of time before you can use them. So I'm going to say above average append G. And then I'm going to come back here and do an elif. G is less than average grade, colon. All right. And we're going to say below average append, can't type, and we'll append G. So any of the grades that are below average will go here. And then we basically got else, which will be average. And then we'll say average append G. So we have a for loop, which is looping through all the contents of grades. We've got an if, elif, else block that portions them out into whether they're above average, below average, or in the actually match the average. Generally, we won't get anything that actually matches the average, but we have to account for it. All right, so I'm going to come back, and we're going to print some things. So I'm going to print the average grade is, and I'm going to do a comma, and average grade. It's interesting, I only did the caps there, but whatever. I'm going to print the grades above average. And then I'm going to print the grades below average. Let's put S on there. And then I'm going to print any grades that match the average. Okay. So that is the whole program, except that I have to go back and I have to call main, right? So I'm going to save this again, and then we're going to run it. We might have some errors. I certainly don't claim that I don't. I'm going to run it. I'm going to run the module, and it doesn't like is input lowercase. Alright, so again, I capitalized input when it's not capitalized, so I'll do file, save. I will, I'm going to kill this so we can have a clean one. I'm going to run module. Okay, so I'm going to enter a grade. So let's do a 98. I'm going to enter another grade. This person didn't do as good. This person did perfect. This person got an 86. This person got a 92. This person got a 75. I'm going to do one more grade. 88. Okay, so this one I'm going to quit by doing a -1. Whoa! Average grade is not defined. That's because I did average grade with a capital G. Why you should be consistent. Okay, again, I'm going to kill this and we'll run it again. So, 92, 100, 75, 89, 65, 88, 91. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a -1. Alright, and so it gave me my thing. So my average is 85. And because of the decimals, it's never going to be anything in average, really. 92, 100, 89, 88, and 91 are all above the average, and 75 and 65 are below the average. Alright, so that's our program. And again, this isn't exactly the same as I posted in the script, but it's pretty close. Alright, I think that's the video. Good luck with the work. I will be looking over it. For the most part, I think you guys are doing pretty good. And keep it up.